Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, seal and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slab Chalks.
Welcome back, everyone, to Day 2 of the World Ninja League Premier Series qualifier at Austin Ninjas here in Austin, Texas. I'm Kane Casillas alongside Jack Anderson, and we're going to be jumping into the action very shortly with our team divisions. They'll be taking on 2 courses made by brilliant course designer Nick Fordney, who is very well versed in making courses for all skill levels, whether that's for our beginners at the Tier 2 Championship, our advanced athletes in the Tier 1 Regionals, or with the best of the best here at the Premier Series. These courses are absolute fire. And today, we've got 14 more athletes to round out our weekend, hoping to punch their ticket into the Premier Series Finals here at Austin Ninjas. Now, Jack, what will our athletes be facing today?
Sorry, the placement course is going to be our first course that we're going to be stepping up to. It's a traditional flow course, so if you fall, your run is over, and this is going to...
Looks like Jack is just going to have to switch his setup real quick. But for those who don't know, our athletes are going to be running a flow course known as the placement course, where you have one fall and you are done. And that will determine the run order for the challenge course. Jack, are you able to relay to our friends here on stream what's going on with the challenge course?
Yes, so just overcame a few technical difficulties there. But in the challenge course, we're going to be adopting a very innovative format where you are allowed 2 retries for the entire course with a maximum of 1 retry per obstacle. And if you use up both your retries, your run is going to be over here. It's a much longer course, so if you see your favorite athlete fall, do not worry. That's very common on these course contexts, and we often see people use up at least 1 run in order to get the win there. And this is going to be used to determine our final results, and we're going to be looking for the top 4 athletes, Kane.
That's right, the top 4 athletes per division. It's going to be a super intense battle. Already it's an intense battle as we take the top 25% of athletes from regular season standings and the Tier 1 championships, which were just this past June. We've also invited very talented athletes based off of their incredible skill sets. So we only have the best of the best of the best here, and we have to narrow down to 4 men and 4 women in each division. Now, there are some favorites here that I'm very excited to see. The two in the teen male division that stick out to me are Michael Matthews, who got second place at the Premier Series finals just last year, and also Gunnar McLaverty, who was our South Central Regional Champion this past season. He won the regionals right here at Austin Ninjas, so perhaps he'll be a little more comfortable on the course than others, knowing what these obstacles feel like. For the women, there's a lot of big names here, but the favorite coming into this competition has got to be Carrington Andrews. You can see here she's fourth on the run order. KK, as she's known in the ninja community, is a two-time world champion. She's definitely one to look out for, but of course, with athletes like Taylor Chapito and Savannah Salinas on her heels, it's anyone's game, and unfortunately, some athletes will not be able to advance to finals today. It's going to be
absolutely
a battle
right
for that
Kane.
top four.
That is, yeah, we are going to be looking for those top four, and we're about to get underway, so we're going to take a quick nod to our sponsors. First and foremost, DGS Ninja, the world-leading supplier in Ninja Warrior obstacles. If you want to level up your game in the ninja scene, or if you want to level up your home gym, or if you own a gym yourself, DGS Ninja is responsible for putting on all these great competitions and giving us the obstacles that we need. You can also see there that Addie Herman is a DGS-sponsored athlete, along with a handful of other ninjas. So it's really great to see DGS getting behind this sport and sponsoring athletes who are exceptional at their craft.
That's right, and they have a whole team now, so be sure to rep Team DGS if you guys are fans of that. Now, of course, our other sponsor is NinjaWorks, the ultimate ninja timing system. They make all of our time limits, all of our obstacle and results on stream, working with our team to make it look all nice and pretty, but also to keep everything organized for you to follow in an easy manner. If there are results that you cannot find on stream today, you can go to worldninjaleague.org, because we'll be updating all results for all runs for all competitors in real time, thanks to the power of NinjaWorks. Super, super happy to have DGS and NinjaWorks on our side once again for the Premier Series. They're absolutely amazing. All right,
That is
now,
absolutely right, Kane.
we have our run order here as well as our 7 obstacles. It's worth noting that obstacles 5 to 7, Tilting Spine, Mega Charizard, and Roach Replica are all linked obstacles. There is no finish platform until the buzzer for those 3 obstacles. So it's fall or clear, the whole thing.
Yes, and we've seen so far that this is a bit of a speed course. The time limit seems to be forgiving. It seemed to be okay for our amateur division and for our elites division. So I think the teens kind of having a middle ground between those two divisions should show strong promise against this course. It'll be interesting to see if there are any variations for our teen division, and we will find that out very, very soon.
All right, and it looks like we are just about to get started as our runners, I believe, are ready to get going. Emily Fisher will be our first athlete in the teen female division. I cannot wait to see how our athletes tear up the course. We saw some great runs from the amateur and elite athletes earlier today. And for our final divisions of the weekend, the teens are going to bring it home. And I think they're going to bring the heat here, Jack.
Yeah, I think for the teen females especially, it's going to be an extremely brutal division when you think about that there's 5 competitors and 4 spots on the line. That's going to really make for some fierce competition here, and the bar is going to be very high. And as you mentioned, we do have a 2-time world champion in this division, which is crazy to think about. We are going to move on to our first runner here, Emily Fisher, one of our phenomenal teen female athletes who is going to be hoping to go very far into this course.
All right. Emily coming out of Ninja Fit from Georgia. Took a long trip over here to qualify for finals. Hopefully everything goes well for her here. So far, very smooth, but it's going to have to move a little quicker as the pace is definitely being pushed right now.
Yes, to complete all 7 obstacles in the minute 15 time limit, you do have to push it. But Emily, moving strong so far, showing great promise. It's these back-end few obstacles that are extremely difficult. with there being no resting point as well. Now, moving through the tilting spine, this is a big gap here, and we saw some competitors have some struggle, but Emily having no struggles whatsoever here. 27 seconds on the clock here, Kane.
And she gets that touch point on the bar, so she's cleared the tilting spine. Now coming into Mega Charizard, coming down that slider, is going to have to reach for that bowl. That's going to be the next touch point. You can see it just at the top of your screen. It's a big move up. She gets hold of it and only has 6 seconds left here, Jack. It looks like time is going to expire for Emily Fisher, but she put up a great run to take a drop. Still, awesome job. Sets the bar pretty high for her fellow competitors, and I'm curious as to how that result is going to stand at the end of the teen female runs.
Yeah, it was flawless up until that last obstacle, and I think Emily would have had it within her to complete this course flawlessly. It's just that time pressure. It was definitely there. You can't fault anything that she did there. Perhaps just a sense of urgency needed on some of those obstacles just due to the demanding time limit. That is the cost of going first. As we move on to Zuri Harrison, standing 4th in the Season 9 standings for the teen female division. Heated in a total of 6 comps this year. She is going to be one to watch here as she gears up for this minute 15 time limit, moving with a sense of urgency, Kane, which is what we like to see.
Huge run straight through from the spinning log over to Greg's obstacle there. Gave a lot of momentum, and she is making great time right now, but is going to have to maneuver quickly through that tilting spine. Looks like she's going to go for that reach here. Awesome job, keeps it stable. Now for the grab to the rope. That red bar after the rope is the touch point, so she has officially cleared obstacle number 5. Coming into Mega Charizard now. A nice launch over and down the coaster. And now for this big move up to the bowl before hitting that teeter-totter type build. She's going to go straight for the hooks here. Catches them and sets her backswing perfectly.
Wow.
Should have the power to get out now, and she does.
What a run there by
Zuri Harrison.
Wow.
With our first finish. I think I accidentally called her Emily because that's what I saw on screen, but Zuri absolutely demolished that course.
Yeah, no, an exceptional run all round, showing great upper body strength as well on so many different parts. And I think that's really going to play to her strengths on the challenge course. Zuri throwing down a top run for this teen female division so far. But we still have 3 more competitors to go, and see that Taylor is going to be stepping up to the platform next.
Taylor Chapito coming out of Next Level Ninja in New Jersey. A lot of athletes this weekend have come out from the East Coast to compete in Texas. Was top 50 at Worlds, 3rd in her region off of regular season standings.
Yes. Also in her bio, it states that her favorite obstacle is balance, Kane. And as we know for the challenge course later on, that's going to be a huge advantage with so many balance obstacles involved. So Taylor's going to be one to watch here as she moves through in a very similar fashion to Zuri so far. Really smooth, really strong
Very
so far.
delicate link. I like the gracefulness in that dismount. Showed the power control. Whoa, a hand slip there, but she's good. She's back in it. Might have lost a couple of seconds there, but still has enough time to clear if she can move efficiently on these last 2 obstacles. Coming now into Mega Charizard. Has to grab the red on that disc. Pops down to the coaster. Great grab. Gonna pat her shorts for some chalk before reaching on up for the bowl. She gets the touch point.
That is a big reach.
Yeah, surprised that she went for the Lachey there, or she didn't go for the Lachey, but still. Now she's going for that reach on the hooks. 15 seconds left here, Jack. I don't know.
This is going to be so close.
It's a nail biter here. She's going to have to pull back. She doesn't have much swing. She's going to have to really give it. Oh, come on, Taylor. One second left, and she's out of time as she gets the dismount. Oh, man, so close. Well, it wasn't the obstacles that got her. It was the clock. Great technique on every obstacle. Just needed to maybe move 1 or 2 swings earlier on that last obstacle, and she would have had it.
Yeah, just missing out there, Taylor. is going to put herself into second place with that great run. Zuri still holding on to that top spot. Time of 59.04 seconds. So really going to be tough to beat here. But I'll tell you what, who do we have up next, Kane?
This is Carrington Andrews, also known as KK. KK is a two-time world champion and almost made it 3 this past June, placed second at the World Championships. So we know that she has the winner's mentality. She has all of the skills necessary to destroy this course, and she's not wasting any time. Look at the speed. Is she going to pop through? No, she's going to take one backswing, and she's going to link right through, no surprise.
Yeah, knowing you up against Carrington Andrews is never an exciting prospect. She is so consistent as an athlete, being a two-time world champion, almost winning again this year. It's a scary piece of news to receive, but she's still got the back end of this course. Can she take out Zuri's top time at the moment? She's definitely on pace, and she's looking like it's going to happen.
Well, she's setting herself up for that grab, decides against it because she's going crooked, so her technique has now changed. And she pulls herself forward to give herself a bit more alignment with the twist and fly. Worked out very well for her with that dismount. And with a time of 52 seconds, KK might have just taken that top spot, which she did, yes, by 7 seconds.
Wow. Even despite that inefficiency towards the end there, Carrington pulled back such a phenomenal run there. And she is going to be in the top spot with just one competitor to go, really showing us why she's one of the best teen female athletes in the world.
Now,
Kane, that was such a good run.
Absolutely. Now, while KK was second at the World Championships, our next runner, Savannah Salinas, actually placed third, just behind KK. So we have another very talented, very capable athlete who's going to be
exciting,
giving it her all on this placement course. Just waiting to see. There she is. Was first in her region's season standings. Looks like she's waiting for the go-ahead from the Austin Ninjas crew. And away she goes. Coming out of Las Vegas, Nevada, training at Camp Rhino.
Yeah,
great two-step there on the log.
Yeah, so quick through this course so far, Kane. And I mean, to have second and third place at the Worlds this year in this qualifier, that's how you know it's going to be intense. Showing so much strength here on the spine. Oh, having to take a reset there. Gets the grab. Savannah's grip strength is so strong.
It's that grip strength that gave her third place on stage 3 and in the World Championship, so it's no surprise. And it's also no surprise that she's very, very centered coming into this. I think she's going for the hooks here. And she is. Oh, nice tuck there for the backswing. Savannah Salinas looks like she's going to take an extra swing, and that might cost her the top time. But with a time of 51, no, I'm mistaken. She is going to be our fastest finisher, just a second ahead of KK.
Well, Carrington and Savannah are going to have their work cut out for them for that top spot. It's going to be so close here, with just 1 second dividing them. Either one of them could really take out this championship. But let's not forget about Zuri, Harrison, Taylor, and Emily, who have all shown phenomenal promise here. Once again, we're looking for that top 4, but I mean, those top 3 runs were phenomenal.
That's right. Our 3 finishers there, becoming the podium for our placement course. Now take a look at your leaderboard, folks, and flip it upside down. Emily will be running first for the challenge course, while Savannah will be our last teen female runner on the challenge course. But we're going to jump over to the teen male division right now for their placement course runs, and we're kicking it off with Wilder Marsh. You can see Wilder trains out of Austin Ninjas. Does have a little bit of a home gym advantage here, but these courses arranged entirely differently from what he's practiced on.
Yes, but he's showing us why he's one of the best here. Wilder moving through this course well so far. Trying to look for that skip now, knowing that he's really going to be pushed to his limits. As context, we have 9 competitors in the teen male division and only 4 spots up for grabs. So similar to the amateur division, it's going to be tightly contested for those top 4 spots. And Wilder going first up and showing us that he deserves to be here. Flying through this course, Kane. 30 seconds on the clock. This could be a great time here.
And just like that, Wilder Marsh starting off the teen male division with a sub-50 run to the buzzer.
Yeah, he cannot complain with that run, showing us why he deserves to be here. Wilder, what a great competitor and what a phenomenal time and run. It's going to be putting the pressure on the remaining competitor field. We've got 8 more teen male athletes to get through here and only 4 spots once we get to that challenge course. So doing well in this placement course is all important as we move on to Jack Magnuson. He came second in the season 9 standings, has competed in a total of 9 competitions this year. So really making sure that he gets in that practice and gets around. And it's going to be exciting to see how he goes here on this course as he gears up. Minute 15 on the clock.
All right, Jack shuffling through that spider walk, no problem. He's going to take an extra backswing here. And we saw a lot of athletes in other divisions just immediately pop through that twist and fly. That could be the difference in seconds between, first and second place. But Jack so far, good statics here on the tilting spine. Gonna reach over now to Mega Charizard. And a nice pop over on that coaster. No surprises there. Great catch. And it looks like the beta for our teen male athletes here is to hop to the hooks. We saw some of the female athletes do it. Jack catches it with ease. I don't believe he's going to be as fast as Wilder, but we are going to be 2 for 2 on placement course clears right now. 53 seconds. Great job, Jack.
The bar is being set high here. Jack Magnuson also getting a finish here today. That's 2 for 2. Let's hope that streak continues as we move through the competitive field. He was so smooth, so calm, and so collected there, just falling short of Wilder's time. As we move on to Michael Matthews, who's going to be next up here. This competitive field is going to be close and tense.
Michael Matthews, coming from the Movement Lab in California, placed second at the Premier Series finals last year, so he wants a trip back to the finals in order to take that title that he just missed out on last year.
That's crazy to think about, to know that we've got a second place finisher from last year. And just in case you needed proof, well, I think we're receiving it right now. Michael is flying through this course like it's nobody's business. And now starting, this is a really strong run here, Kane.
Yes, it is. And he's already made great time to this point. He's going to go for those hooks right now. He's about 10 seconds ahead of his fellow competitors right now. Shakes his head on the dismount, decides to give it an extra backswing. And he's going to put up the fastest time so far. 39.9, a sub 40-second run from Michael Matthews.
Has that been our fastest run all day, potentially?
I want to say it has been.
Very close.
Weston Boswell beat him by 1 second in the elite division.
As context, everyone, Weston is in the elite division, so for a teenager to be coming up and contesting that top time is crazy to think about there. Michael Matthews coming in with a sense of vengeance. He wants to win the Premier Series as we move through to Cooper Thompson. We've been 3 for 3 for the finishers so far, and Cooper, without a doubt, can hopefully keep that momentum going here. Another great athlete, third in the standings at the moment, a total of 3 competitions this year. Came 74th at Worlds, so has a plethora of experience in the sport.
Very great moves by Cooper here so far. Thought he was going to link it, but he's going to take an extra backswing, underbar his way through, and come right into the tilting spine. Oh, tried to grab that hill, but instead re-grabs. Cost him maybe a half second, but he's all right. Still has plenty of time to get to the buzzer, plenty of time to maybe not beat Michael Matthews' time, but definitely potentially pop into second place.
Yeah, and at this rate, if he can finish, this is going to be the most consistent division we've ever seen here today. Cooper Thompson lining up for yet another finish on a great time as well. Kane, what is going on here? We are on the train of green completions here. Cooper Thompson going to be joining 3 other in finishing this course so far, which is just crazy to comprehend. They've all been flawless to this point.
Well, this is the top 25% of the world that Ninja has to offer. It's no surprise that we're getting incredible athletes. 4 for 4. Cooper Thompson is going to land himself in 3rd place with that run, just a hair behind Wilder Marsh, while Michael Matthews holds on with almost a 10-second lead over them.
Yeah, Michael is going to be the one to watch at the moment, but Sebastian Stokes is going to see if he's got anything to say about it as he lines up. Sebastian placed 70th at the 2024 World Championships, so again, another really strong competitor in this teen division. We've seen 4 clears here. Let's make it 5. Oh, he looked like he was going to go there.
All right, now coming into our final 3 obstacles. Nice reach up, but he is going to take an extra little swing there. Going to lock off to reach out for that second V hold. 43 seconds on the clock. A nice just pop right out to the coaster. Setting themselves up perfectly. These teen athletes are just so consistent, as you've been saying. And Sebastian Stokes is going to give it one more swing. He's in the clear for the dismount, and he's going to become finisher number 5 out of 5. 48.83 seconds. Get this, he's 0.02 ahead of Cooper. And lands himself in 3rd place with that run. This, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are all within a second of each other. Less than a second. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Oh my. This is going to be such a closely contested division. We're only 5 runners in, and we've seen 5. I don't think I've seen this much consistency from a division in the Premier Series for a very long time. Aiden Tulin is up next. He is 4th in the Season 9 standings. 19 competitions this season, so incredibly consistent competitor. And he's just doing some breath work at the moment as he lines up for the start line.
All right, and off to the races goes Aiden Tulin, another athlete coming from Georgia.
The bar
nice
could not be higher.
Here.
These competitors, all clears so far. Aiden looking like he could be the next clear. Still the back half of this course to go. Time is not going to be of an issue. Just making sure he gets through every single obstacle.
Ooh, he's a little off on his grab there, but he's all good now. Quickly onto that second to last obstacle. Coming down. And he's going to pop up to that bowl. No, he's going to take an extra backswing, but still has time very much on his side. Now for the move on the hooks. Undershoots it.
No!
And Aiden Tulin surprisingly goes down on the final obstacle. Was not expecting that.
Unfortunately, it was just that final lâché that got the better of him, but Aiden had such a strong run to that point that you can see him lining it up, just missing it with one of his hands, and it was all over from there. And as we look at the remaining competitive field, we almost had a clean sweep, and with 3 more competitors to go, we're going to see how they fare. At this point, Aiden is going to be running first as we move into Dane Walker. Also, phenomenal competitor. Such a great resume, as with all of these competitors here.
All right, Dane coming out of True Momentum. True Momentum has a very big team today coming out. We saw so many of them perform very well on the placement and challenge courses in the amateur division. So we'll see if Dane can continue that hot streak for their team.
Dane now lining up. Minute 15 on the clock. The stakes could not be higher for this teen male division. Everyone just doing so well, so consistent all round. Dane moving through with great pace so far. Is he going to link
Oh,
it?
no! Wanted to link it and just didn't have enough grip. I think he only caught it by the fingertips.
That was so
what a
close, though.
surprising fall there. Yeah, just grazed his fingertips on the bar and wasn't able to hold on. Very surprising.
And that
At the
is-
moment, we're gonna find Dane running first on the challenge course.
Yeah, Aiden can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that he's not going to be up first. But we've got to, again, respect people who really kind of go for those innovations that really take those risks, but they can be costly.
Our next athlete's going to be out of Outlaw Ninjas. This is Gunnar McLarty. Please, someone catch me on that
Gunnar
pronunciation.
McLarty.
Thank you. All right, Gunnar.
Over 5 years of experience. Let's
Gunnar
see
is
him
also
race
our-
through this course.
He's also our South Central Regional Champion, so he's won competitions here at Austin Ninjas before. Showing why. A lot
Wow.
of power there. Overshot that by a long shot.
Yes, so much momentum that he had to redirect there. He's got good lock off. Moving through pretty smooth here. Maybe a little bit more urgency needed if he wants to get into that top spot. But he's moving smooth, calm, and collected. It's great to see. Lining up for what could be a finish. He's got the time. He's just got to get this lâcher here, which is proving to be difficult, but Gunnar gets it. And now, looking for that dismount with 25 seconds on the clock. This is going to place him well in the competition. Just a question of where that's going to put him will be what we'll find out very soon. But Gunnar, what a great run there.
Yeah, what a powerful run. Just launches himself. Even his ability to spot those hooks on that last obstacle as he was turning on the bowl. Great professionalism there. Gunnar's going to find himself in 5th place coming into the challenge course. And now we take it over for our final runner on the placement course. It's going to be Ian Marco Caban, who, if I'm not mistaken, qualified for finals last year for the Premier Series. Let me fact check that.
Well, Ian Marco is going to have all the knowledge gained from the previous 8 athletes. He's seen everyone run this course, and now he's going to be having his turn here. Ian Marco moving through this course well so far. So much urgency, almost the most amount we've seen so far, Kane. This could be our fastest time to this point. It definitely is our fastest time, and he is really going for it on this course, giving it his all.
I haven't found any evidence that he's a finalist from last year, but he's very much looking to be a finalist from this year with how quickly he's tearing through this course. Oh my goodness, a one-handed save. You can see the gasp even from him. He stays calm and collected, and he dives for the buzzer.
What?
And with a time of 36.7, Ian Marco Caban just put up the fastest time of the entire weekend on this course across any division.
What a crazy run there. I thought he was done when he went for that grab, but he holds on with one hand, runs into the buzzer, and was very, very happy with that run. 36.72, Kane. That is crazy quick.
That was absolutely wild. I can't believe what we just witnessed. And with that, Ian Marco is going to take the number 1 spot in the team male division. He'll be running the challenge course last, while Dane Walker will be our first runner for the team male division on the challenge course. We'll be back very shortly. The teen female division is going to be kicking off our challenge course. Let's take a look back at our top 3 runs from there. We have Savannah, KK, and Zuri as our top 3. So here is Zuri's run.
Yeah, Zuri was our first, really went so far in this course and our first finisher. She was phenomenal, showing so much strength here, followed by Carrington Andrews, of course, our 2-time teen world champion, placing 2nd at Worlds this year as well. So one of the most, arguably the most consistent athlete in the teen female division in the world, having just accumulated so many accolades. She's definitely going to be one to watch, not only in this qualifier, but in the finals later this year. All round phenomenal with her movement. Lost a bit of time in getting stuck in limbo here, but such a powerful Lachey. And then finally Savannah, who just edged out Carrington by roughly 1 second. So it's going to be a tightly contested top spot.
Yeah, Savannah absolutely crushed that course. It was pretty much textbook. It's exactly what you would want to see in terms of execution on that course. And I think it's a very, very deserving first place finish for her. And let's see if we can get a look at our top 3 male runs here. They absolutely crushed it. Ian Marco, Michael, and Wilder. Wilder's run should be coming up first here. Wilder had to run first, and he held on to the, that podium spot.
That's crazy to think about. Like to go first and then hold on to that third spot is extremely impressive. And I think the potential Wilder has to go super far in that challenge course now that he's going to be later in the runs is great. And then we're going to look at Michael Matthews. I mean, talk about a quick run. He was 10 seconds in front of anybody else for almost the majority of today's placement course. You can see him almost missing that Lachey there, but getting on the second grab. And then Ian Marco Caban, what a madman. He just went for it. Absolute insanity in regards to how quick he was going. His movements were perfect.
The one-handed
you really can't fault it. Yeah, that was crazy.
It was wild.
And just running into the buzzer.
By far my favorite run that we've had all weekend. And we still have 14 runs to go with the challenge course for our female and male athletes coming up. Let's take a look at our obstacles here for the challenge course. Now we're not expecting too much deviation from what we saw in the amateur and elite divisions. Here we have it again, the Quint Steps, the roller rink, the X. Spin to win is going to be our first very time-consuming obstacle with these propellers and discs. Yes. Reorienting yourself on these spinning elements can definitely be tricky, and that will be not necessarily something that will take our athletes out, but definitely something very time-consuming. Then we head into our double TikTok obstacle, Good Boy, followed by the balance maze known as Mega Charizard. Got some love for the name by Matt Bradley in the chat there. And then our last obstacle, Cat Attack. Unsure as to what our athletes will be holding on to as they tack off of that wall. For the elites, it was a spinning handlebar. For the amateurs, it was a UFO. Curious as to what our teens are going to have to catch on to. But it's going to be a very
it should be interesting.
Course.
Hopefully it'll be a balance between those two extremes on Cat Attack, and that we're going to see some of these competitors through. I'll tell you what, it's the most consistent division we've seen all weekend. The teens absolutely tearing up this course. And I believe we're going to take a little bit of a break here, Kane, but we should be back extremely shortly.
That's right. And for those of you who are just tuning in with us, this is our last division of the weekend. And we'll be back with the Premier Series August 29th to September 1st down under in Australia at the Compound. They've hosted the Australian Championships twice in a row. Excited to see just how crazy their courses are going to be this time around for the Premier Series. Arc Ninja, one of the newest gyms over in Colorado, will be hosting September 7th and 8th, led by Nate Hansen. They're going to be awesome, supersized courses. That gym has been popping off since they opened, and I'm very excited to see what they bring to the Premier Series. Life Force Ninja will be hosting a qualifier before the finals, and their qualifier will be September 21st to 22nd over in Bellingham, Washington. A week later, on the 28th and 29th, we'll take it to the UK for True Function Ninja Training Grounds competition, followed by the SoFlo Ninja Academy in SoFlo, Southern Florida, October 12th and 13th. And our final qualifier will be in Kansas City, or Lee Summit at Modus Ninjas, October 19th and 20th. All leading up to the Premier Series finals back at Life Force in Washington, November 15th, 16th, and 17th, where the top 40 athletes, the top 4 from every qualifier per division, will battle it out for the title of Premier Series champion. It's going to be an absolute heavyweight match just like these, but amplified to a 20 out of 10. I can't wait to see it. There's already so many incredibly talented athletes qualified, and we're just growing that list as the Premier Series continues. And it looks like we're about to grow that list even more with the challenge course here. Emily Fisher will be our first runner in the teen female division, while Savannah Salinas will be our last. We have 5 athletes in that division. One of our athletes will unfortunately miss a qualifying spot, but they are able to travel to any qualifier locations to punch their ticket to finals later on. As for our teen male division, we have 9 hopefuls here with 4 spots available. So they're going to have to place in that top half of the leaderboard in order to qualify.
It's a very exciting prospect, Kane, and I'm excited to see how these competitors fare on this challenge course. It's really anyone's up for the taking here. We're going to be whittling down our teen females from the top 5 down to the top 4. So sadly, we're going to have to say goodbye to one of our athletes. And then for the teen males, it's going to be the top 9 down to the top 4, which is also crazy to think about. It's going to be a very close competition here. And thanks to our amazing team, we're able to fly through all of these logistics and very quickly transition between the placement course onto the challenge course, which is just really fantastic here.
Yeah, I cannot wait. And it looks like all the mats are set. I've been informed that the last obstacle, Cat Attack, has been switched back to a UFO for our athletes to grab onto. So they'll have to be very precise with their hand placement on that UFO in order to get a firm grip and set themselves up for a dismount directly to the challenge course buzzer. Just like that, we're going to be taking the starting line very, very shortly.
I was just going to say, all around that is great news, to be truthful, because I think if it was the previous grab that was expected of the elite male athletes, it would be a very interesting teen qualifier. As we move on to Emily Fisher, our first teen female competitor, stepping up to the block. All the other competitors are going to get to learn from her. 2 minutes 35 on the clock, consistent with what we've seen all day here.
Now this third obstacle, the X, building up some big swing here, has that dismount in her sights, and she gets it. Now for our first real time-consuming test, it's going to be spin to win. Got to go from this propeller to the disc, and she just whiffs it with one hand. So close. Also want to shout out the chalk bucket that I saw. It's like a shark or something, or a fish that it's like it's been caught, so its mouth is open.
Well, she's got the right idea here.
There's the grab. Now has to even her hands out to stabilize and control the spinning of the disc. Her hand's not wide enough right now. Trying to fix it, but is still spinning, spiraling a little much. Trying to redirect it now. You can see that. But her hands are getting closer together. And the closer your hands are, the less control you have of this disc.
Emily, almost finding it. Yeah, she's widening her hands a little bit, but they're still not quite centered, but she might be able to find this momentum here. Emily, fighting tooth and nail every second she's up there, is going to be burning her forearms, fatiguing her body. She's finally found the right direction. Can she make the transition? She does!
Awesome
now has
job.
One more. Oh, this is so tough.
All right, well, she's grabbed the inside of both propellers where it's less likely to spin on you, but the downside is she grabbed the same side of both propeller ends, which meant that she was going to continue spinning no matter what. You have to grab opposite ends of both propellers in order to control and maneuver that propeller.
Yeah, that is tough there for Emily, but she did make it through the first 3 obstacles, so if she can hold on, she could be in our top 4. However, we have a few more competitors to go, including Taylor, who is going to be now stepping up, coming up from Next Level Ninja. This is going to be a close battle. She just saw where Emily got to, so she's going to have to follow in her footsteps and make it past obstacle 4 to guarantee herself a spot in the top 4. All
right, here goes Taylor Off to the races on the quint steps and the roller rink. Quickly through those without any trouble.
Now, lining up this X grab. She
Very
gets it.
well done. Taylor's been competing in Ninja 5.5 years. Favorite obstacle is anything balance related, which is great. We saw that here. Very smooth on the balance so far. Her ninja nickname is the Pork Roll Ninja, which is a delicious breakfast meat, also known as Taylor ham, found primarily in New Jersey. She's entering her sophomore year of high school, where she plays softball. She found her love of ninja when she started competing in OCRs with her grandmother at the age of 5. Her biggest fan is her 4-year-old sister, Devin. So shout out Devin. But now Taylor, a little hung up here, gonna reset and try and, I think, set herself up for the pop over to that disc.
Yeah, it looks like she's taking the pop approach, but as soon as you take that backswing, your momentum begins to shift, unfortunately. So Taylor, going to have to reevaluate here. With each attempt, continuing to burn down the forearm energy. These propellers are so tough. The gap is really far here. Looks like she's going to give it a third attempt, taking that same approach. And she just can't keep that momentum in the right direction. It's a task that so many of our ninjas have struggled with.
And again, as you said, beating this obstacle is so important right now. She gets the grab. And on the second propeller, now she's going to have to grab opposite sides, which she does, and she's able to control and stabilize the propeller a bit more. That lache is going to be huge, and she gets out of there, and we will be seeing Taylor at the Premier Series Finals as she clears that obstacle. Now she waves the chalk away, knowing that she doesn't have a lot of time here on this 5th obstacle known as Good Boy, our double TikTok obstacle.
Yeah, it's going to be close, Kane. If she can get through this one, it will help get some extra points on the board. Taylor is trying to move through here. 7 seconds. You can see the lights going. Is she going to be able to build up enough momentum? It doesn't look like it here.
Oh, just
missing it.
And time is going to run out. Great job from Taylor, though. Really, really fought through spin to win. Gave it everything she had. Adjusted her techniques when necessary. Reset without any penalties. And that's going to put her in that top 4 for the finals. Now we're going to see who else will be advancing. Currently, Emily Fisher is slightly on the bubble. With 3 runners to go, Zuri Harrison is looking to advance to the finals with this run right now.
Zuri showed great promise in the placement course. She was our first finisher of the teen female division and was super powerful, super strong. And I think a lot of these types of obstacles are going to play well into her wheelhouse. Let's see how she goes as she lines up. Super fast on those first few obstacles.
Well,
she can make it past.
I was about to say the time to that obstacle to beat is 15 seconds. So she knows she has to be quick on that to get into finals in the event that she falls on this. But right now, that doesn't look like it's going to be the case. She's a little spun around, but she quickly adjusts, and she looks to be going right now through the rest of spin to win.
Yeah. Zuri with great upper body strength all round, but now struggling with her momentum a little bit. It looks like she's lining it up, which is good to see. Now just got to get that dismount. So many of our ninjas have struggled on this obstacle to find the right direction. Zuri's moved through it relatively quick. And now
no. She's going to try it again. Has to head back to the start.
Yeah, she does need to start that obstacle over, which means she's going to have to go through with slightly less energy than what she did on her first attempt.
Well, she got that with plenty of energy. Now, something I noticed on this second propeller is that she grabbed pretty wide, and the wider you grab, the more that propeller will rotate, but she grabs the inside that time and links her way out of there. She will be going to the finals with that move. Now it's going to be a matter of jumping into first or second place.
Yes, and despite that fall, she still has a minute 10 on the clock, so there is the potential here for her to go deep into this run. It would be a very close call for a finish, but she can definitely move through the next 2 obstacles at the minimum. Zuri just building up that momentum. These TikTokers are so difficult to build momentum on. But she's starting to get there.
And nice move over on that trapeze. A clear on this obstacle puts her in a first place, and there we have it. So she will be on the podium no matter what. Now will it be gold, silver, or bronze? Zuri Harrison coming into our balance gauntlet here. Mega Charizard. Great move there. She's not really going to turn it, looks like. Oh, no, she is going to turn it. There we go. A good rotation. Going to kind of go over the curb there. Oh, my goodness. Good use of the canes to stabilize. But she is pretty off axis here. And she's going to... Oh,
yeah, she knew she was out of time.
She tried what I wanted, that pole vault there, in a way. 2 seconds left. They're going to let the clock expire there. And Zuri Harrison is going to end her run on the second to last obstacle.
Yeah, a great run all round that's going to put her into the top spot. Zuri showing great strength across this course. Had a bit of trouble on those helicopter blades, but managed to pull it back there, making it through 5 obstacles to a minute 58. So our last 2 competitors know what is required of them to beat it. And as you said, Kane, if they want to make it into the top 4, got to complete the first 3 obstacles within 15 seconds. Other than that, it's really up to them how far they go. Carrington Andrews, if there's someone who can finish this course and someone who's reliably finished courses over the years, it is her. Our 2-time teen world champion, second at the Worlds this year. These first few obstacles should hopefully go smoothly for her. As Kane, she is on the fastest pace to this point.
Yes, and she is well within that 15 seconds, so she's already qualified for the finals. KK, a pole vaulter with a PR of 11 feet, 2-time world champion, 3rd place at the NSC finals last season, and she was a rookie in that season as well. Also plays basketball. A lot of athletic versatility here out of KK Andrews. Now she has a great swing coming into this TikTok. Really shoves it over, giving her good momentum. She's going to have to rebuild a tiny bit here in order to get a good swing for that transfer. Already looking at it. Looks like she wants to go now. Great catch.
Oh, yeah, and great momentum transfer there as she continues to build it up. With a minute 27 on the clock, there is still the possibility that Carrington can finish this entire course and we can get our first finish in the teen division. Carrington lining up the dismount. Just such a strong resume from this athlete. Carrington, such a versatile athlete as well. And with a minute 6 on the clock, it's going to be a close call here. She's already secured the top spot over Zuri just for her time getting to that 5th obstacle. The 6th obstacle, sorry. But now has to make it through Mega Charizard. Such a tricky and time-consuming balance obstacle here.
You know, Nick Fortney's got a good sense of humor and whatnot, but I genuinely can't tell if he named this obstacle or if this was like our boy Greg or I don't know. But I love the name. It's hilarious. And it's so random. Just like this obstacle, you're using canes, you're using balance tanks, you've got a maze of tumble track curbs here. It's hilarious and random, and I couldn't be happier about it. But KK, while we've been
so
admiring
close.
this obstacle, only has 10 seconds left on the clock. Can she get the clear on this? Yes, she can. She's got 5 seconds, though. She's got to move, and she knows it. Come on, KK. Time's going to run out as she slips off that UFO. That's all right. KK Andrews, with a clear on the final obstacle, is going to land herself in first place right now.
Yeah, all around a great run, and unfortunately, just on that balance obstacle, spending a bit more time than she would have liked. So that is where the bar stands at the moment. 6 obstacles to be completed, essentially within the time limit. So 2 minutes 29, and Savannah is going to be our final teen female who's going to be having her eyes on that top spot. She placed 3rd in the world this year at the World Championships for the teen female division. So if there's anyone that's going to be able to take on Carrington, it's going to be Savannah.
All right, Savannah Salinas now. It's also worth noting that Emily Fisher is on the bubble still as our 4th place teen female athlete. Savannah has the opportunity to take her out in order for her to obtain a qualifying spot. So the pressure is definitely on. There's Savannah. She's going to sprint through it. Again, she's got 15 seconds. So if she clears the X, this obstacle here, before that timer says 2:20, just like that, she is in the finals.
Wow.
No surprise there. Savannah Salinas now gets to run for the win.
Yeah, Savannah's really giving Carrington a run for her money here. This is going to be a very close battle for first place here. If Savannah can find the correct momentum. It's really spinning here, Kane, and not playing into her favors, but she lines it up and she gets it.
Big launch there from Savannah. Here we a lot of power. And now I think she's back in the zone. Maybe a little wonky on that propeller, but she's very clearly not letting it affect her.
And now just building up this momentum on the TikTokers. Oh, great movement here from Savannah. Really making sure of it here with that extra backswing. Probably could have gone a little bit earlier. But it's going to be a close fight for first place here. And it's probably going to all come down to how she goes on the Mega Charizard.
Well, a great leap there onto that trapeze. She's about on pace with KK, so you're right. This Mega Charizard attempt is going to be pivotal in determining who our team female winner is going to be today. She touched the truss. I don't think that's allowed, but I think they're saying it's incidental. She looked to the ref for an okay, and nothing was called, so she's going to continue her way through. Now, it's worth noting KK made it to the finish platform of this obstacle with about 5 seconds left. So, realistically, Savannah's got about 35 seconds remaining to better that.
It's going to be super close here because this obstacle does take a very long time to move through. Savannah's making good pace. She's lifting the canes off the ground, realizing that that is the quicker approach here. She's got 20 seconds roughly to make it through the last part of this obstacle here. It's going to be a close call here, Kane.
Oh, she's a little off-centered. Repositions herself. And with 10 seconds remaining, Savannah Salinas is going to take first place. But we want to see a clear. She's got one good attempt on this. She goes for it, just comes off. And with 2 seconds remaining, it's not going to be enough to get to the buzzer. But Savannah Salinas still has a lot to be proud of with this run.
Yeah, Savannah, our top run for the team female division. What a great run here. It looks like she's just going to have a go because she wants to. It's the nature of Ninja, and unfortunately, just can't get that grab. That is so difficult. But Savannah, she placed first in the placement course and then came out swinging on this challenge course. Just so fast all around, Kane, and a well-deserved first place finish.
And just like that, we have our 14 female athletes that are qualified for the finals. It is Savannah Salinas, Carrington Andrews, Zuri Harrison, and Taylor Chapito.
Well, now we're going to be moving straight into.
Yep, go right ahead.
Yes, so we're going to be moving straight into our teen male division. And Dane Walker did have an early exit from memory, but I believe it was in a good spirit of the sport. Was he was the one that was going for the link at the start, hey?
Yeah, just got his fingertips on that bar. But no, we know he's going to go full send on these courses, and I can't wait to see it. He's going to have to with such a stacked field. There's 9 athletes here. Only 4 spots available. He's going to have to really, really push it.
Yeah, and in the placement course, out of those 9 athletes, we saw 6 finishers, I believe. So a really consistent lineup as well. One of the most consistent divisions we've seen, with 2/3 of the competitive field finishing the placement course with ease. Dane going to be pushing his absolute limits. We know he's got the pace and he's got the pops. So this is going to be setting a great stand.
Oh! I'm not sure. I think he hit his face there. Yeah, I think he caught himself so high that he kind of bopped himself there. But you could see Coach JB over there checking on him. He gave him a thumbs up saying that he's okay and he's good to continue. Now he's going to, instead of trying to underbar through that propeller, he's going to rebuild his swing from here. Trying to set himself up for that lache, but he's spinning now. His right hand is too wide. He needs to go a little narrower with his grip. There's the adjustment that we need. Dane Walker, come on, Dane. Nice lache over, and he gets out of there. Still has 1:40 left. But he's got to move now, especially on this 5th obstacle. Good boy. Can be so time-consuming if you come at this TikTok with less power than intended.
Yes, it has been the time killer of today. But Dane, building great momentum so far. Going to take one extra swing that could cost him in the long run. 1:20 on the clock here. Dane, such a strong, powerful athlete here. Moving through the course with great pace. He's had a great season this year. He came 69th at the World Championships, competed in a total of 10 comps so far, and it is showing. He's a really strong athlete here as he looks to build up his momentum, and now going to be looking for that dismount with 1 minute on the clock, Kane. It's going to be so close as to whether or not he can finish this course.
Oh, he just fell short of the dismount as well. And there goes his second retry. He's going to have to be perfect on these last 3 obstacles. And, as you said, he's going to have to be very quick.
That is not the place where you want to come undone, the TikTokers. The amount of time that Dane had spent on that first attempt, it's going to run his clock down to the wire here. So in an optimistic world, he will finish this obstacle. And that will likely be where Dane's run stands. But he's moving through a lot quicker this time.
Yeah, I think he also knows that he does still have a shot at getting through Mega Charizard, but he's got to get there with time to spare. He can't waste any time, and he's not. He's going to go straight into it. A single fall will end his run. But so far, so good. Dane Walker,
with
15 seconds.
He's going to have to break a world record here on this obstacle.
And the foot taps down. His run ends there. But Dane Walker is going to find himself in a pretty good spot coming into this challenge course. We'll see how long this result can hold up in terms of staying in the top 4.
It is going to be an interesting question that will be answered. Dane Walker, such a strong competitor here. And that's, I guess, the difficulty of going first is you are setting the standard. You do have to be a little bit safer in your movements. As we now move on to Aiden Tulin, competed in 19 competitions this year. This season. So a very consistent athlete, getting some advice from his coach on the sidelines. Aiden, another ninja who showed great promise in the placement course, just coming out a little bit earlier than he expected. Now, wow, what power.
And he's going to take an extra swing here before leaping out, and he wanted to pop it. I'm surprised he didn't shake that propeller, but he is on the lighter side.
He made it look static.
Keep himself strong and stable. All right, now he has his hands pretty properly placed here. Pretty proper. Yeah, tongue twister, alliterations. I love them.
So close.
And man, just came up short of that bar. He's going to have to give it a little more if he wants to get it on his second attempt here.
Yeah, Aiden going up for his second attempt now. Let's see if that propeller still holds straight, and it does. That just shows his strength and technique there. Phenomenal ninja here, Aiden. Going to be going onto the propellers for a second time here. And now beginning the spin. Getting some advice from the sidelines as well, which is always helpful. And now just going to be looking for that dismount, and he gets it.
Great job, Aiden. Now he's got to move. You can see his coach Flip checking the time for him, so he can tell him just how much is remaining on his side.
I mean, talk about a coach to have on your sidelines. To have someone who won the previous division is pretty handy.
That's right. Flip definitely knows how these obstacles feel, having won the Elite Division earlier today. Got to be imparting that wisdom to Aiden right now, who's building up a swing on this first TikTok. He's got to transition over, though.
Oh, he's really spending a lot of time on this first TikTok.
Nice leap. But now he's got to do it all over again to get to that dropping trapeze.
Now, lining up for that bar grab. It's a big jump. He's really building up the momentum. He's going to take one more backswim. Flip giving him a lot of advice on the sidelines here. And now it just has to find this dismount. And he's going to be coming into Mega Charizard with 25 seconds on the clock. Wow, Aiden's really going for it. He knows that the time pressure is of the essence here. 14 seconds, again, going to have to pull out a world record on this rolling log here if he wants to be able to make it through this obstacle. Aiden really just going for it. And that is going to conclude Aiden's run.
Well, a great job from Aiden. Even though he does not get to the buzzer, he still makes it in 2:09 to the sixth obstacle. That's actually going to put him a second behind Dane Walker right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. So Dane going to be happy about that, knowing that he's still one position above. As we look at the remaining competitor field, we've still got 7 competitors to go. So a lot of potential for this board to shake up here, as Jack Magnuson is going to be our next competitor. Jack Magnuson placed 111th at the World Championships this year, has competed in 9 total comps, so a very consistent, very strong athlete. He had a great run on the placement course as well, so he's definitely going to be one to watch here as he gears up for this challenge course. We're yet to see a finish or anyone getting onto the pack grab, so hopefully Jack could be the first one there.
That's right. Cat Attack continues to evade us right now, and Jack grabbing a little too far wide on that propeller, and now he's grabbing a little closer together, but he's still spinning. Once he can control the direction of the
down
propeller,
edges.
It'll work out for him.
This propeller proving to be extremely difficult. Again, his hands aren't very close, but he gets the pop and he manages to get the dismount there. Very impressive.
Gives a nice pullback on that trapeze. He should be good to launch into that TikTok. He's on the taller side, so he's having to lift his legs not just up high, but above the platform, which he almost kicked.
And I wonder if that's going to play into his advantage here or disadvantage on these TikTokers. 1:20 on the clock. He burned a little bit of time on those helicopter blades. And now
a slip down. He's going to have to try this one again. Jack Magnuson was not expecting this this amount of struggle. Made that placement course look pretty easy.
Yes, and unfortunately going to have to reset here on the obstacle that takes the longest amount of time, arguably, out of any of them. Jack now starting to build up, hopefully learning from his first attempt. Now looking for that transition. He gets it, and he controls the momentum well here. He kept his body low, which meant that he kept a bunch of that momentum. And now he's going to be building up all this dismount here. Got like a stomping approach, which seems to be working very well.
All
he
right,
gets
it's
there.
the dismount. Now can we see, with 20 seconds left, our first athlete in the teen male division through Mega Charizard? Doesn't look like it. He's a little unsteady here. And he's going to hit that first curb. But he's all right. Still in it with 5 seconds, and he drops down. And with 3 seconds left,
And just that
definitely
time pressure.
not enough.
Our teen males are really crumpling under this significant time pressure that they are under for this course. And with 3 seconds left, he's kind of just running across and having a bit of a laugh on that final attempt there. And that's going to close out Jack Magnuson's run. It'll be interesting to see where that puts him in the standings. Had a bit of an issue on Obstacle 4 plus Obstacle 5 as well. And that's going to put him in second place. Talk
All
about
of these
a close
athletes
time.
within a second and a half of each other. Jack just 0.2 seconds behind Dane Walker, who's still holding on to that top spot.
Well, next up, we're going to be moving on to Gunnar. He showed great promise in the placement course here today, showing great power and just a lot of aggression on the course, which is what we like to see here. Gunnar, knowing what the bar is currently set at, and if he can make it past Obstacle 6, he will be in first place, which is what we'd love to see. We really want to see a ninja make it through. And I mean, talk about the pace on this. Look at that.
Wow.
He's connected all the dots here, Kane.
Insane links there. And he's out of there faster than anyone we've seen to this point in the teen male division.
Yeah, he's going to be contesting Flip Rodriguez for the top time.
Now, Gunnar enjoys rebuilding four-wheelers and dirt bikes. He can do a wheelie on a dirt bike in all 5 gears. He can also reupholster furniture and automotive seats. He's an avid fisherman, and his favorite thing to do is catch bass. He's also a part-time coach at his parents' newly built ninja gym, Outlaw Ninjas, in Edinburgh, Texas. So be sure to check them out if you're ever in that area. Now,
well,
plenty of time on the
lying.
clock on Mega Charizard.
Yeah. This was crazy quick. I don't think we were acknowledging just how quickly he moved through the TikTokers there.
We have not given that enough attention.
He is going so quickly. We've seen a bunch of people make mistakes on this balance obstacle. Hopefully now, Gunnar, with this great momentum that he's carrying forward, can bring this through and we can see him onto the final obstacle. He'll have a lot of spare time, Kane, if he can make it through this.
Well, he still has a lot of time, but he's a little out of alignment here. He readjusts. His positioning is good. And he is out of there. Our first athlete to be past Mega Charizard in the team male division. Has time for 2 attempts if he needs it, but hopefully he can get it in 1 and become our first challenge course finisher in the teen division.
Yeah, Gunnar is really setting the bar to a new standard here for the teen division. Can he get it? No! So close there. Just couldn't quite get a hold. Well, he's got one more attempt here.
He was making the motion with his hands. I think he's aware of where he miscalculated on that grab. So I don't expect the same mistake to be made twice. And sure enough, he gets hold. And Gunnar McLarty is going to be our first finisher of the challenge course in the teen male division with a time of 2:22.
And the bar has just been raised, ladies and gentlemen. Gunnar showing us why he's one of the best here today. That was some phenomenal technique on those helicopter blades. It looks like he's lived on the TikTokers his entire life with the way in which he was able to build up the momentum there. And on the cat grab only having 1 fault. So with a time of 2:22, that is going to be the new standard as we continue to race through our athletes. Cooper Thompson, competitor number 5 of 9, which means we're starting to get close to determining who's going to be in our top 4. But as we move through the athletes, they're just going to get better and better in quality based on how they did in the placement course. And Cooper's going for one side.
That move. Going one side on the X to link right through was a great call. And I thought he wanted to link that. He's going to pop over now to the second propeller. and he's going to adjust himself to steady. Very good control there. You can tell that he's really locking in the core and using the hips to navigate. Great
That was
body
so
awareness there
impressive.
for Cooper Thompson.
Honestly, one of the most impressive maneuvers we've seen all day on that obstacle. Rather than using power, he used just pure technique and control there, as you were saying, Kane. So, Cooper, going great so far. Now, lining up. Going to be looking for that dismount now. And oh no! Cooper Thompson just coming unstuck. Kane, that is such a tough turn of events. He was at a minute 30. He would have completed that obstacle.
Yeah, I've been saying that spin to win, the previous obstacle, was our time-consuming one. But for this division, it seems to be here on number 5, Good Boy, that is taking the most time away from our athletes' runs. So falling here and having to restart can be so detrimental.
Well, Cooper's going to be lining up the grab. He knows that the time limit is going to be tough here. A minute 5 on the clock. He's somehow gotten through that in an exceptionally quick time. And he's still leaving open the opportunity to finish this course if he is flawless right now and can move through the Mega Charizard extremely quickly.
45 seconds remaining on the clock for Cooper Thompson. Definitely has the time to get through Mega Charizard if he can stay on. A little wobbly here, and he's kind of stuck right now, going back and forth between the same zone. Now he's going to have to pivot again, but a little too big here. The more that you have to make adjustments, the more time ticks away.
Cooper this is going to be so close here. With 15 seconds, he's going to have to go. He could just have enough time for the cat grab if he is the world's fastest completer of this obstacle. Cooper Thompson, 5 seconds left. He's
Come
struggling to
on,
get
Cooper.
up
1 second.
With one
Blink the. Oh, no. And he falls down as time runs out, and that is going to do it for Cooper Thompson. He'll be in second place right now with 4 more athletes to go.
Just to think how far he could have gone if he didn't make that first mistake on the Good Boy obstacle, and then just running out of time there on Cat Attack. But he's going to be in second place. And with 4 more competitors left, we are now going to start solidifying who is in our top 4, with Gunnar looking very strong up in that first place position at the moment.
Well, our next athlete is going to be our first of the super, super tricky part of the leaderboard portion of our competition. Sebastian Stokes will either be locking his spot into the Premier Series finals, or will be granting Mr. Gunnar McLarty his spot in the finals.
Yes, and these last 4 competitors have all earned their spot to go last because they smashed the placement course in really fashionable and top times. So the quality and the caliber of these last 4 competitors is going to be second to none here, which means all the people currently in the top 4 are going to be watching on very intently. As Sebastian, if you look at that time, it's a minute 55 on the clock and he's already at obstacle 5. This is a strong run so far and has the potential to be a finisher.
Huge leap over from TikTok to TikTok. And now, wow, a big build up there. He should be good to go on this next swing to the trapeze. Great grab. 1 backswing is all he's going to need here before sending it over. Now he's going to take another backswing. And now he's going to get out of
really
there
make sure
and
of
the
it.
Mega Charizard.
Sebastian just been so strong, so consistent on this course so far. And as you were saying, Kane, with a minute 15 on the clock, this is definitely possible here. It's going to be close though, as we know how long this rolling log component of the course does take. He's now finding his balance. I think the trick is for the athletes to not rely too much on the canes when they are moving their feet. But as I say that, Sebastian is moving really well despite having those canes placed down. Moving like it's a walker, really maneuvering this well so far.
I will say again, the balance tank, a classic obstacle. I'm surprised with how many athletes are using the canes for assistance. I understand that it's playing it safe, but there we go, ditching the canes. The confidence in that obstacle should be very high, and the canes, as you were saying, should probably only be used for when changing directions to save time. Because now, Sebastian Stokes has 15 seconds for 2 attempts here on the cat attack. Looks like he's only going to have 1 right now because time is slipping away, and that's just not enough there. 5.3 seconds remaining. We're going to need a speed run here. Otherwise, it's not going to be enough to get to the buzzer.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit too late at this point, but Sebastian Stokes is going to put himself into second place there. Still a great run, one that can definitely hold. But there's still 3 more competitors to go, and that means Gunnar is going to be secured and have booked his ticket over to Washington later this year. He can be super happy about. As we take a look at our standings one more time, Gunnar McClarty is going to be in our top spot, and then Sebastian Stokes also going to be there with Dane Walker on the bubble at the moment.
Well, now it's time for our top 3 athletes from the placement course, starting off with our 3rd place runner, Wilder Marsh. Wilder was an absolute bullet on the placement course, so it's no surprise those first 2 obstacles were done in less than 5 seconds. He's going to link his way over and just jump straight into it. Nice pop there. He's going to center himself now on that propeller and link his way through.
Wilder is on a mission. He is seriously moving here.
It's been 20 seconds. He's on obstacle 5.
That is crazy.
Big power
he's
there
also good on
from
these.
Wilder. Very. All right, and once again, generating a lot of swing in a little amount of time. He's going to get to that last trapeze, set himself up for the dismount in just about 50 seconds. Wilder Marsh is going to be taking on Mega Charizard.
This is crazy quick.
Oh, he's got to save himself, and he does. Wow. Big lean there. But the
almost
cane's
too fast
there to
for his own good
stabilize.
there.
And you know what? He angled that balance tank there enough to where he could not make a huge move, but still go forward. We see him really relying on those canes right now. You might be right. His speed might be a little dangerous for him, but he's out of the woods there.
Is this the quickest time
with a
we've ever
minute
seen to this point?
I think so. Oh no, and he overshoots the UFO on Cat Attack, but he's got plenty of time now. Not only plenty of time to clear, but plenty of time to still be the fastest finisher over Gunnar.
Yes.
This run, his time to this point definitely puts him into the finals. Right now he's in second. He has potential to hop into first. Oh no! Wilder Marsh down on the Cat Attack. That last obstacle can just be so precise and so tricky as a result.
Yeah, but all round, I think that would have been contesting Flip Rodriguez's from the elite male division's time to that point. That was so quick. He had a minute 15 on the clock by the time he even got to the final obstacle. So to think that he made the first 6 obstacles in a minute 21 that's bonkers. I'm trying to do the math on that, but that is roughly, 15 seconds per obstacle or less, so super quick on all those obstacles. But we've got 2 more competitors here, and 2 fierce, top-running competitors. Michael Matthews is going to be up first. 4 years of experience in the sport, as a seasoned competitor in the teen division.
Michael Matthews got second place at the Premier Series Finals last year, and he's hungry for a return ticket so he can get that title he wants so badly. And so far, he's pretty much on pace with Wilder, which is a very good pace to have coming into obstacle number 5. Now, a clear at this pace could put him in first place and cement his spot in the finals once again.
Wilder
Here we go.
was a bit quicker on these TikTokers, but Michael starting to get a feeling for what it's like to gain momentum on these. Looks like he's going to go on this one. He's got good momentum now. Now just looking for that dismount.
Oh, but he fell on the dismount. He's got to go back, and that, like we were saying before, takes up so much time, Jack.
Oh, well, the stakes just got a lot higher here for Michael. You can see the panic on his face as he knows now that he's really going to have to go. He will likely have to get to obstacle 6 in a faster time than we've seen with previous competitors if he wants to make it into that top 4. So he's really going to go. But he's got good momentum here, Kane.
All right, well, he's building up again. Trying to launch over. Gets it a little faster this time around on his second attempt. Now he's probably going to take a backswing on this trapeze this time so he doesn't link through the dismount again and come up short. Just like that, plays it safe and he's through, but he's got 1:08 left. He's got to get going, and he falls backward, but he saves himself, pushes over, and then falls. Oh no, he's got 1 minute left. Michael Matthews making a sweat here, putting the pressure on himself. Oh boy, Jack, it's going to be another nail biter here.
This is going to be too close for comfort here. Michael Matthews. I don't know exactly what time he's got to beat here, but it's going to be so close. All I know is he's going to have to go really fast through this rolling log component, which has traditionally been one of the most difficult parts. So far, so good in regards to his control and balance here, Kane.
Well, he's doing all right. Oh, almost stumbled forward, but he's okay. He's going to have to shift again. And one more time to be straightforward. And Michael Matthews still has 20 seconds to go. He's got to move, and he'll have to get this first try to have enough time. Can he catch the UFO? Yes, he can.
He gets it.
Clutching up in the last 10 seconds of his run. Wow. Michael Matthews, with a time of 2:27, is currently in second place, and that is going to put him in the finals with a challenge course clear. Oh, to say this was a roller coaster is an understatement.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a nail-biting run. Michael left us on the edge of our seats there all throughout. There are times where I was worried that he wasn't going to make it into that top 4 just because of the amount of time that he lost on that first fall on TikTok. But thankfully, he has secured that second place spot. And with only one runner to go, Wilder can also breathe a sigh of relief. And it's going to be Sebastian that's on the bubble. And scary prospect knowing who's up next to Kane.
That's right. Ion Marco Caban was one of the top athletes at Worlds this year. He was the fastest finisher, not just in the teen male division, but if you combined the teen, amateur, and elite divisions, Ion Marco Caban would still have the fastest time, which is one of the scariest prospects to have him as your Terminator, to say the very least. The time to beat is getting to the cat attack in under 2:10, which is what Sebastian made it in. And currently, Ion Marco is on pace to destroy that.
Yes, we know that Ion Marco is quick. The only real question is will he make a mistake here? He's also proven to us he's very consistent, and he's having no troubles here on these TikTokers. Moving him back and forth, doing a great job building up momentum. And at this rate, he's going to be contesting not only the top 4, but the top spot as well, as he moves in to Mega Charizard with the fastest time to this point.
I think I saw him kind of motion towards his ankle. Hopefully he didn't roll it a little on that dismount. Oh, and he falls off on the slack line. Ooh, it's getting interesting. And he is not okay, Jack.
Oh, that
ankle definitely got tweaked. But he's going to push through it. to the best he can. That's how you know he is hungry for a ticket to the finals. Hopefully,
Does he?
his legs
That
can
is so-
support him through. And
Oh no!
Oh my goodness, heartbreak for Ian Marco Caban as his run ends on Mega Charizard.
That
Way
is so
earlier
tough.
than I thought it would end. I thought we were going to get our third finisher there. Oh,
Just
man.
the tweak in the angle from his landing off of the TikTok is that is rough and very unfortunate, and we hope that he is all okay with his ankle there and that there's no long-term injuries. But I guess that's going to wrap out our top four. Sebastian Stokes is going to be stoked to hold on to that top four spot. He's booked his ticket into Washington.
Yep, and so there we have it. Our top four are Gunnar, Michael, Wilder, and Sebastian, with our top two being the only two challenge course clears in that division. Amazing job from all four of them.
Yeah, this division was extremely tense, extremely very close, but the top four and the top three in particular really they've all earned their spots. Wilder, Michael, and Gunnar are going to be on the podium for this competition. Sebastian is also going to be in that top four. All phenomenal athletes who have had to fight tooth and nail to make it into that top four. That is the beauty of this competition, though. It's extremely tense, and to only think that we're just building up qualifier by qualifier to that final Premier Series finals later this year. And we're going to take a look at our top four once again. We've got Savannah, Carrington, Zuri, and Taylor. All phenomenal athletes. Emily Fisher just missing out there, unfortunately. And this top eight, these teen females and teen males are going to be ones to watch in the finals later this year. We're going to take a quick chance to look at these runs once again. Zuri Harrison, of course, one of the strongest ninjas in the teen female division out there at the moment. So much upper body strength, so much power behind all of her movements. Is really going to be one to keep an eye on later this year in the finals.
And then, of course, taking a look at our next runner who has qualified and made that podium spot, it is none other than Carrington KK Andrews, placed second at the World Championships, second here. I have a feeling she'll be coming into finals wanting not second place, Jack. I think she's going to be pretty determined to get that Premier Series champion title.
That's absolutely right, Kane. But if there's anyone that's going to be preventing her from doing that, it's going to be Savannah Salinas. She was phenomenal on this course. She's the top-seeded competitor in the placement course, but Savannah also pulling out the top spot in this challenge course. Just being so quick all around, so calm, so controlled. Couldn't quite get cat attack, but that's okay. It was still enough to get her that top spot. As we now move to take a quick look at our top three for the men as well. Wilder Marsh was our first runner in the placement course. Came out with a great time, actually being our third last seeded runner, really holding on to that third place spot throughout the challenge course, defending his spot, securing himself a spot for Washington later this year. And all around, yeah, just such a quick competitor. Just couldn't quite get the cat attack at the end. It's such a difficult grab, such a technical hold. And then we move into Michael Matthews.
Yes, Michael Matthews did get the cat attack, but to say that the journey there was a bit bumpy is an understatement. Was absolutely cruising through the first half of the course, then had a very shaky fall on obstacle number 5. But he managed to clutch up with less than 10 seconds remaining on that final obstacle and made his way to the buzzer. He ended up about 5 or 6 seconds behind Gunnar McLarty, who was our teen male winner today.
Yeah, Gunnar just all around was a jet on this course. So smooth, such great technique all around. And it's hard to fault this young man in his attempts here. He just smashed through every single part of this course. And no one could come close today. So he's going to be feeling good coming into the finals later this year. Knowing that he's got this win under his belt, it's going to be a huge psychological advantage.
And just like that, folks, that is going to do it for our premiere series this weekend at Austin Ninjas. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to tune back in August 29th to September 1st for the Compounds qualifier in Australia. Then September 7th and 8th, we take it to Arc Ninja in Colorado. Life Force Ninja will then be hosting a qualifier ahead of their finals competition, September 21st to 22nd. Then in the UK, September 28th to 29th, we're at the True Function Ninja Training Ground for a European showdown. Back in the States, October 12th and 13th, we'll be in Florida at the SoFlo Ninja Academy. And rounding out our qualifiers will be Modus Ninja's Lee Summit on October 19th and 20th. You're not going to want to miss these 7 action-packed qualifiers where we take the best of the very best from these events and bring them all to the Life Force Ninja Premier Series Finals November 15th, 16th, and 17th. That is going to do it for us today. Thank you guys so much for watching. On behalf of Jack Anderson, I'm Ken Casillas. We'll see you guys next time.